Okay, today we're going to create a purchase order and report schedule. To do this, we click on Machines, Edit Machine, and we have a number of options here. Purchase order schedule is what we're going to do first of all. So click on Purchase order schedule. Now, the main email recipient is taken from this list here, which is from the user table. So if you want to create an email address for somebody, that needs to be created in the user table first, and then that will show up here. So we will email Jacob for when purchase orders are due. So if you want a recipient, we can put that in here also, and that's typed in. If you want multiple, as you can see here, it's saying that it must be separated by a comma, not a comma space, just a comma. You can either start typing or you can enter down to the first line. That may be okay. Now we have the frequency over here, so we can either check daily, weekly, and then the day, or we can click on the scheduled days. We may want it on a Monday and a Thursday, for example, at say 2 PM. That's a 24-hour clock here, as you can see. You can also select the first day of the month or the last day of the month, generally used for reporting only though. So if we just create that now, and there we go. So once the schedule is created, then the report will start. Purchase order report will be scheduled and sent on those days. Now if there's no schedule, there will be no email to alert anybody that the toolport requires more stock when they reach minimum. So important to have the schedule set up, obviously. So now we can go back to the machine, or we can delete the schedule also if we feel. Now if you want to have a situation where the customer requires the purchase order to be sent directly to the supplier, you can see that this has been this shows up here, but the checkbox is not checked and I can't check it. So if we go back to the main menu and go to suppliers and look under IMC, if we edit that account, there's an option here which says automatically email purchase order to supplier. So if I check this box now and save it, and then we go back to the menu, back to the purchase order schedule, you can see that the box is checked now. Now what this means is that the purchase order will go to Jacob, Terence and Joe Blogs, but it will also go to sales at IMC. So obviously that's for the all the items that are for IMC. If they're for other suppliers, then that will not go directly to the other supplier, it will only go to Jacob. Okay, so only for this supplier the items will go directly to that supplier. So we finish that and we save it, and that process is finished. If we want to create a report schedule, we can click on report schedule, create new. We have 3 report types. This is an administrator one for our purposes here in support. So if you want a transaction report, it's fairly typical. That gets reported to Einstein because he's good with figures. And we click on scheduled days. We want that each day. Okay, and we're going to have that by the time it gets on his desk in the morning when he arrives, and create. Now once again we can have people copied in on this also. Again, you type in the name, and again separated by a comma. Okay, you can either again enter and type, or you can just carry on writing it on here. Etc. And once we've finished, create. It creates the schedule. We can go into the report schedule and it shows it as a line, and we can create another one also if we want to get a purchase order report, and we can send that one, say for example on the last day of the month, just for example to check if everything is being received correctly, and we create. And once again you can see that item there. You can view the details of the report in here just as a quick snapshot, or you can delete the report. I can delete that from here, delete, and then we only have one left. If we go back to home, you can view these reports in here also. So clicking on the purchase orders, it will show the same report. Transactions will also show the report, and once you schedule a stock report, it is accessible via here and downloadable. In this case there is no stock in the machine because it's a brand new installation, but the report can be downloaded from here fairly easily. Same thing with transactions. Again, there's no transactions because it's a brand new machine installation, but again you can select your date range and download it also from here. So that concludes the purchase order and report schedule training for now. Thank you.